Madison Myers constantly shuts down her husband Alan Slovick as the Married at First Sight Season 18 couple ponders their future together. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. Married at First Sight Season 18 star Madison Myers' treatment of her husband Alan Slovick is slowly but surely sabotaging their marriage. Madison and Alan got off to a great start on their wedding day, bonding over their similar sense of humor and shared professional experiences. Alan was smitten with Madison, and despite him not being her type, she appeared to be into him. However, things went downhill as the couple settled into married life. Madison's behavior toward Alan grew cold as she processed the weight of their commitment. She began to criticize his looks and lifestyle. While Alan showered Madison with compliments, she rarely praised him and instead responded with nervous laughter. Madison's lack of reciprocation is wearing on Alan, and he's taking notice of their stagnant progress. If Madison continues to act like she's above Alan, their marriage has little chance of surviving after Married at First Sight Season 18. Although Madison was amused by the broccoli underwear Alan debuted on their wedding night, she soon grew tired of his quirky clothing choices. She has repeatedly criticized his style, and her delivery is unnecessarily harsh. Madison told Alan she would be embarrassed to be seen in public with him because of the way he dresses. Even when he explained the sentiment behind some of his fashion choices, it wasn't good enough for Madison. She continuously talks down to Alan and insults his style. After already coming down hard on Alan, Madison's criticism extended beyond his clothes. She suggested he should spend more time in the gym and implied he doesn't take care of himself. This was especially brutal because Alan was already putting care into his appearance. Madison's delivery made it seem like Alan would never be good enough for her, putting their marriage on very unequal ground. Madison is an attractive and fit woman and operates with an understanding that she's out of Alan's league. On their wedding day, it was obvious Alan wondered how he landed a wife as beautiful as Madison. He was thrilled by his luck, but Madison slowly started to chip away at his confidence. She told Alan she typically dated metrosexual men with very muscular bodies, which is a far cry from Alan's appearance. This information brought Alan down a notch when he realized he would never be the type of man Madison wanted. He was left constantly trying to prove himself and was discouraged when Madison didn't respond to his efforts. As she continued her cold act towards Alan, it reinforced his fears that he wasn't good enough for her. Madison should have seen where Alan was coming from and appreciated his effort. Instead, she continued to treat him like he was inferior to her. It's natural for Madison to be uncomfortable around Alan. They are married but are strangers. But there are gentler ways for her to convey her message. When Alan tried to bring up their relationship on their 1-month anniversary, Madison asked if he wanted to have the conversation on what should be a happy day. This changed the tone and reminded Alan that, even though he and Madison had made it through their first month together, he still wasn't meeting her expectations. Madison also berates Alan for his sense of humor. She embarrassed him at the group dinner by telling their castmates she doesn't find his constant sex jokes to be funny. This makes it seem like she thinks he's immature and stupid, and it was insulting to bring this up in front of everybody. Madison doesn't have to think Alan's jokes are funny, but she should support her husband in public. Madison and Alan are in a difficult position as they ponder whether they have a future together. While Alan is all in, Madison shows hesitation. When Alan spoke about his plans for growing old together, instead of being flattered by his excitement, Madison offered a cold response that slashed his dreams. If Madison wants to make her marriage work, she needs to be receptive to Alan's feelings and not constantly shut him down. It's not easy to be married at first sight, but Madison is lucky to have a spouse as passionate and enthusiastic as Alan.